recent meeting between her and the president resulted in several firings on the National Security Council.
And it's disgusting. The way that they're now spreading lies about me, the media now is accusing me of, having an affair with Donald Trump, such a salacious lie.
Welcome back, by the way. She doesn't like people, as she just said, but she is a big fan of President Trump and often has influence within the Trump White House.
Have you, and you've been really very special. You work hard, and you are a very opinionated lady. I have to tell you that, and in my opinion, I like that.
Did you see the viral selfie of Laura Loomer and Donald Trump? It might just look like a silly photo, but what if that moment holds the key to unraveling Trump's biggest flaw? Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now back to the video. This photo wasn't just worth 1,000 laughs. It might have cost us a lot more in terms of national security. On the surface, it's just Trump flashing his signature thumbs up next to Laura Loomer. But the real punchline hits harder when you unpack who Loomer is and how someone with her reputation slid so close to the man who once had access to nuclear codes.
A lot of power. She was allowed inside of the Oval Office. She gave the president information that made him make major hiring decisions.
Now, if you've scrolled social media long enough, you've probably heard of Laura Loomer. She's like that one loud relative at Thanksgiving, except instead of bad political takes, she's out here peddling conspiracy theories that range from bizarre to downright dangerous. Loomer's claims have included fringe ideas about 9/11, the Las Vegas shooting, and Islamophobic rants that have landed her in hot water more times than her Twitter fingers can handle.
Welcome back, by the way. She doesn't like people, as she just said, but she is a big fan of President Trump and often has influence within the Trump White House.
Remember when she chained herself to Twitter's headquarters with handcuffs to protest being banned? Classic Loomer, right? Except none of this screams credible advisor. But here's where things start feeling less funny and more unsettling. Despite her toxic track record, Loomer didn't just find her way into Trump's orbit, she found influence. Reports suggest she actually handed him a list of grievances and accusations targeting members of the National Security Council. Yes, folks, someone who once claimed rideshare companies were part of a Muslim plot allegedly played a hand in Donald Trump's decisions about national security staffing. Some officials were even dismissed following her advice. It's like national policy being guided by the comment section on a conspiracy subreddit.
A meeting between her and the president resulted in several firings on the National Security Council.
Experts have long warned about the danger of misinformation seeping into high-stakes policymaking. Former intelligence officials have highlighted how faulty claims can cloud critical decisions, leaving the nation vulnerable. One analyst even stated, when leadership prioritizes loyalty over accuracy, the risk isn't just bad decisions, it's catastrophic ones.
That power, I think Laura knows how to play to Trump's heartstrings, which is loyalty above all.
It begs the question, why was Trump more willing to entertain fringe voices than qualified professionals? Was it all about loyalty, flattery, or just his habit of surrounding himself with yes-men? This isn't just about Loomer, though. It's about a style of leadership that turns vital decisions into some sort of bizarre popularity contest. But if you thought Loomer's influence was the only eyebrow raiser, wait until you see how this approach reshapes Trump's legacy. Trump's leadership decisions have often made headlines, but this one might be the most shocking yet. Not because it's out of character, but because it fits perfectly into a pattern that gets messier the more you look at it. Laura Loomer, a figure so controversial she's practically banned everywhere except a cable news panel, didn't just score a selfie with Trump, she went further. She wormed her way into his decision-making circle, proving that loyalty and flattery might have been higher qualifications than expertise in his administration. Let's break that down. Loomer's reputation is one of chaos, like the friend who turns every conversation into a conspiracy theory, except instead of annoying dinner guests, she's riling up millions of people online. This is someone banned from platforms not for sitting quietly in the corner, but for shouting things like wild 9/11 conspiracies and vilifying entire religions. And yet, there she was, allegedly slipping Trump a dossier filled with accusations against National Security Council officials. Days later, some of those officials were shown the door. Let that sink in. Actual experts with years of experience were dismissed after Loomer, a provocateur with a track record of inflammatory nonsense, handed over her take.
President always says whenever we have these meetings, oh, hire her, and then they say, oh, don't worry, she's already, we're already in the process of that.
This speaks volumes about Trump's leadership style. According to political analysts, his tendency to favor those who agree with him, no matter how questionable their backgrounds, creates a dangerous echo chamber. Jon Stewart even described it as giving Loomer a megaphone, highlighting the absurdity of someone with her reputation influencing leadership decisions.
And it's disgusting the way that they're now spreading lies about me. The media now is accusing me of, having an affair with Donald Trump, such a salacious lie.
Decisions like these didn't just put careers on the line. They risked national security by sidelining qualified voices in favor of conspiracy-addled noise. When experts sound alarms over this, it's not hypothetical. They call it catastrophic, when high-stakes choices rely on loyalty tests more than informed judgment. And it's not just Trump's presidency at stake, it's trust in governance.
She's able to prove to him that people around him are disloyal to him, and he trusts her because of that. I think he's a deeply suspicious person, and I think...
Have you, and you've been really very special. You work hard, and you are a very opinionated lady. I have to tell you that, and in my opinion, I like that.
The ridiculous photo of Trump and Loomer represents much more than bad PR. It's a snapshot of his priorities, personal praise over professionalism, and maybe, just maybe, that's the enduring legacy we should all be worried about. The viral photo of Trump and Laura Loomer may have sparked plenty of laughs, but it raises a bigger question: how much of our future is decided by the loudest, most dramatic voice in the room?
These other people, on the other hand, are trying to pretend like they're Trump loyalists. They're trying to pretend like they've never said anything derogatory.
A member of Congress struggled mightily as her body rejected the unity theme.
It's not just about a silly selfie, it's a snapshot of a leadership style that rewards loyalty over expertise, even when national security is on the line. This isn't harmless showmanship, it's a dangerous precedent.
The national security advisor to fire basically is a huge chunk of his security apparatus.
If the company leaders keep shapes their decisions, we should all ask, who's really pulling the strings? Leadership isn't just a photo, it's the power behind it, and that should concern us all.